about orgasms and sweet movie reviews. We talk about TV too, right?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah! Movie toast.
What
Hey.
is up, Toasties? Welcome to episode 233 of Movie Toast News and Reviews. Dennis, I feel like we got a lot to talk about today. I'm excited. How you doing?
We do. I'm doing pretty damn good, sir. I'm excited for our reviews that we got later on, but I know there's been all sorts of rumblings of movies and things coming and going, and anniversaries and all this shit. So we've got all sorts of fun, buttery, golden, delicious goodness for you fine folks today.
Hell yes. But before we get into any of those reviews or that news, let's just play a little jingle, I guess.
Gather round, folks, it's time for the scoop. Tune your ears in, let's join the loop.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell I was saying before
You
that,
try.
so
I saw where
apologize.
you're going. I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
This
Thank you. I didn't
works.
set it up very well. So yeah, we're in the news section, folks. All right. Paramount has been going through changes ever since they were purchased by Skydance. And
yes.
some people have praised their moves while others were baffled by them. But its owner, David Ellison, has been making foolish moves left and right, and especially by throwing hissy fits because Warner Brothers rejected their multiple bids and just can't get it through his fucking skull that they
Right.
don't want to be in bed with them. But this new bonkers thing that's going on here is the fact that there's this new thing called a plan, I guess they're calling it, called Project Eagle, that is essentially going to make Warner Brothers like TikTok. They want to make a
God.
massive library of short-form user-generated content, and they want to roll this out by the middle of the year, and I don't understand why. Who wants that?
That's insane. I don't. Can we just keep these worlds separate a little longer, please? And not let this happen in our lifetime. Because fucking A, it doesn't hurt to actually take in the story of a movie and let's let it play out. Like I don't need. I'm tired of yeah.
What is it going to be? Are you just going to log into your account and be like, all right, what's fucking Timmy from Cincinnati doing right now? Oh, cool. Is it going to have anything to do with entertainment, news, or anything that Paramount's? I think
there's so many.
and it's
That's
like,
the thing. I think we've dulled our palate for like actual long form storytelling so much that there's a lot of people that can't stand. As I will talk about in a review later, one of our fellow moviegoers in the theater screen. Every
boy.
fucking time
That's never good.
a dialogue started, anytime there wasn't any action on screen, whoop, phones out. And it was luckily whatever they were doing, it was in like dark mode, so it wasn't terribly bright. But it's always one of those like, as soon as I was about to fucking yell something at the guy, then he'd put the phone away because something cool was happening. I'm like, this is what's happening.
Like,
this is what's happening now. Like, it's
I
just
can't
people,
say
no
that
one
I
has
don't
the patience.
do that sometimes, but I will be in the back of the theater so nobody sees it. And if anybody's sitting in the back of the theater,
At least you're considering that. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you're considering that, you know? But
And
Jesus
I know
Christ.
it's a sad thing, but it's not like I'm just fucking around. I'm doing stuff like posting for like the show and whatnot. But still, shouldn't be doing it. But it's like, what are we doing? People are paying for Paramount Plus, and you're like, all right, well, why don't we get free stuff from you? And it's like, at the same point, the Ellisons now own a percentage of TikTok. Is this just a move so they can merge the two? I assume it is. And it's like, nobody needs this.
What was that platform that had all the short form stories that died?
Yeah.
No one.
Quibi?
Which it was ironically is that are we going to come full
Vine?
circle and come Quibi?
Okay, yeah.
Vine kind of started trying to do it.
I'll give the fact that Quibi made sense. Like, they actually got celebrities. They made shows and movies that were broken up Yeah, it was actually produced stuff. It's not just people hopping online to talk about doing makeup or what food they're eating or what they think about movies, aka dumb shit like us. I don't know. It's like there's platforms for that. But
It's
Paramount
exactly.
Plus isn't that platform.
Let me go to those places to take that stuff in, but I don't want my, you know, where I get my movies and my TV series from to be doing this shit. I don't need shorts.
Yeah.
I'm already annoyed by the podcast like channel in Netflix now. I'm just like,
yes, I scroll through that. I'm like, what? And none of them are intriguing to me. I'm like, I don't want to watch any of this shit.
Or yet again, I'm going to go to the place where all that stuff normally is to watch that when I want to watch
Spotify,
that.
YouTube, whatever the fuck.
It's normally at. Amazon Music's now starting to do that. It's just like, well, all right, fine, but I didn't. I could already listen to it before. I didn't know I had to watch it now too. Isn't it the same? Yes, it is exactly the same.
100%.
Like you fun people here watching us live now versus when you could be listening to us later on the podcast stream. So,
but we prefer you do it live.
I don't know, silliness.
Appreciate that. So thank you. Yeah. So let's go back into more old man rants here, Dennis, with this next story.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
All right. Let me pull it up here. Damn it. Sorry, I'm still learning my buttons because I haven't been doing this for months. All right.
Buttons.
Darren Aronofsky has done something that most big-time directors aren't currently doing. He's fully embraced AI. He just unveiled an animated short-form series about the American Revolution called On This Day, 1776. The series is animated by artists using generative AI tools and voice actors sanctioned by SAG-AFTRA. And this is on, I want to say, like Nat Geo or Lifetime, and it's like, what the fuck? Why? We can't hire people to act like they're in the revolutionary days?
You'd think. I don't know. There's only like 10,000 production companies that have done all of these things already. But no, let's just do away with all of these people's jobs and livelihoods, and let's just generate this shit. No, I don't. Yeah. Whatever. It's. I guess it's gonna happen. Like, I could totally see his argument being just like, look, if I don't do it, some other truckle fuck's gonna do it,
I think,
and they're going to they're gonna win.
This is a no-win situation for anyone. Someone's got to break the camel's back because this is happening whether we want it or not. And at least I guess we can say he's using animated artists, but I guess that's what AI people are now, and using SAG-AFTRA people. But it's like, I don't know. I wish. I guess this is going to be the new normal. How long do you think it's going to take before this becomes a full-blown thing and this happening nonstop? And we're watching all AI?
I mean, within a few years, there's going to be some sort of mainstream form of exactly this. But no, they've already said that they are looking into ways of generating your own fucking movie. I'm just gonna tell Netflix what I want to see.
Yeah.
And then how long I want it to be, and then it's gonna spit something out for you. And what would normally probably take days will turn into hours. Will be like minutes. Well, that's the thing. I mean, people are already abusing all this shit. So I wish I had a better answer, but this is just the way it's all going. You know, all that ads. I can now when you can see bus bench ads and shit and things where it's like it's obvious, like wow, so barely anybody even touched this thing. Yeah, it's like, oh, this is fucking
like
terrible.
The sentences sound like a robot made it. There's something slightly uncanny with the picture. Yeah. It's bullshit.
Exactly. But I don't know if there's a way where it can be done in a way where enough hands can be involved that it can be an acceptable form. Fuck. I'm like choking saying these words. I hate it. There we go.
I'm with you. I fucking hate it too, but I know we're gonna grow to accept it because that's what sadly always
someone
happens.
else will.
And it's
like,
What's
shit.
up?
My bad. I almost clicked a bad button. I almost accidentally clicked end stream. That would have just been,
you son of a
exciting.
bitch. All right, let's start it over again. This is off to a bad start. So
I was trying to hit.
It can only go
check
up
our comments
here,
but yes.
All right.
Yeah, mixing things up a little bit though. Yeah, we're making up for Sunday's stream. So for those of you wondering,
we're a little midweek stream action here. All right, so this next one isn't the worst thing in the world, but some people are really pissed, and I get it. Alexander Ludwig, AJ Makaka, Steve Coogan, Caleb Jonty Edwards, Helena Bonham Carter, Marissa Long, and Chris Mencina have been cast in Mike White's popular HBO series, The White Lotus. And due to the lack of diversity, fans are unhappy. And I get that. It makes sense. But I'm sure this isn't the full cast. There's got to be more people than just 7 people.
I mean, definitely, because we're going to get the rest of the, because this one's in France, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Well, this is probably be a couple clusters of characters, but there's going to be more. I mean, especially after the having so much of the story focus on the employees at the resort in Thailand in the previous season.
Yep.
I kind of hope there's still something else left. These are going to be like the tentpole ones of try to get
your
people
main
hyped up for next
people,
season.
but
that's
definitely
legit,
going to be.
That's legit.
There's got to be people of color and diversity. Like, you're not just going to have this. But how do you feel about this cast? I mean, I would like to see some diversity tossed in, but I feel like this is a couple of faces I recognize and like, and then a couple of faces I don't know. Which is always interesting
like,
about The White Lotus.
Exactly. It's like there's the ones that you're just like, oh shit, absolutely, I'm on board because XYZ person, I've seen them for years. And then there's always those couple of choices. It's like, oh, I'm not aware who this is, but you've had a profound impact in the way the season's played out.
Yeah. Someone you never knew, you're like, oh, don't kill this person. This person's the best. And they become a new celebrity. I love it.
Yes.
Mike White's opening the window to everybody.
Right.
So just have faith. That's all I'm asking. If you're outraged by this, we get it. But Mike White is definitely going to have diversity here. There's no way he won't.
There's obviously there's going to be more. There's going to be more to it. I'm confident with, especially the way the show's gone. So. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're just going to have to wait until we get more info on that. Unfortunately, the camera's a little out of focus. Sorry about that, guys.
I've been having trouble with this stream, unfortunately. So it's either this or I just turn it off, and hopefully it comes back. It was running just fine right before we got going.
That's always the case. Once you go live, shit hits the fan.
Apologies.
Sadly, we're making the best out of it. Sadly, hopefully. All right, up next is this is fun news here. On episode 232, we talked about some of the casting for God of War, the new Amazon Prime adaptation. Well, now we have 2 more cast members to talk about. Severance Olafur Dari Olafsson has signed on to play Thor. You might know him as one of the menacing characters over on Severance. I'm sorry I said his name wrong. I am super illiterate. Apologies. But more intriguing, we have Mandy Patinkin playing Odin. Now,
that's cool. I was excited to hear that particular casting note there.
Yeah. Now, I know there was an actor that Odin was based off of and sculpted and voiced by, but I'm sure they probably reached out to the guy and he didn't want to do it. I would assume. I don't know.
I still just appreciate the irony of the actor that voiced Thor is now playing.
Yes.
Kratos.
That is badass.
So now he's going to be talking to someone else who voiced his character. But
you think like in the back of his head when they have scenes together, he's like, I want to read your lines, motherfucker.
Right. Yeah. Right. Or he just does it for fun on his own.
I know there's been other people cast, but these are the 2 biggest ones of the past couple of weeks.
Yes.
But who doesn't want to see Mandy Patinkin?
Oh yeah. No, he's going to be great. I'm going to buy into that 100%. No, I think that's a great casting choice there.
Yeah. Well, more casting news here. Cameron Diaz and Stephen Merchant are set to star in an untitled rom-com over at Amazon MGM Studios. It follows a workaholic Brit, of course, Stephen Merchant, employed by an upscale New York hotel, and he needs to have a wife for appearances. He strikes a deal with a struggling stand-up comic, Cameron Diaz, who's desperate for health insurance. And their fake marriage starts as a transaction, but ends in an unexpected romance. And Stephen Merchant is not only starring in the movie, he co-wrote it and he'll be directing it. How do you feel about this?
Interesting. Okay. I'm kind of surprised at this particular pairing, but I guess that's supposed to be the setup though, right? It's an unlikely pairing or a situation that brings them together. So I don't know. I mean, we know they both have the comedic chops for it.
That's for sure.
Their chemistry would be interesting. I'm intrigued by how that's going to play out on screen. You know, although not an entirely unique story, this is a kind of a fun direction to take it. Not the normal, not the normal formula. But
and I want to know why it's for appearances. Like, what's that? I know there's going to be more once the movie comes out, but it's like I just wonder why appearances is important.
I mean, that's always the thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
like it's that's always going to be kind of the bullshit throwaway reason. The real reason we're here is just to see them get stuck together, you know?
Yeah, what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And they're not even hiding it in the description of the movie. Like, yeah, they're going to end up together. It's like, all right, thanks for ruining the movie that we knew was going to happen.
All right, so I've seen it already. Yeah. Great. Okay, so I don't need to go pay money to see that then.
Yes, sir. So. All right, moving on here. Jack Osborne recently told Billy Morrison of the Influenced podcast that he and his family are actively working on a biopic about his dad, Ozzy. Here's what he had to say about it. That's an active movie that we've been developing with Sony Studios for like 6 years already. We have our decided pick, and I can't say anything, but it's a phenomenal actor. We have a director attached, and we're doing a rewrite right now.
Interesting.
So it's like, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, who's a
phenomenal actor that can pull off the gravitas?
It's like, but it's such a unique, God, yeah, it's like, who could I imagine carrying that though? Because that is like, it's so specific.
It's like you can't just emulate. Like one person I did think of that I'm like, no way in hell that's ever happening, because who wants to see that scumbag anymore? Would be like someone like Russell Brand, but it's like, no, I don't even think he could do it justice.
It's like I need someone who looks like he could beat the shit out of me and not like break his bones doing it.
I got a couple of actors in mind, but I don't really fully buy them either. I'm thinking like Johnny Depp, Jared Leto, maybe Colin Farrell, Kristen Bale, but I'm like, none of them have that whole persona.
See, and it's also what era are we talking about?
Exactly.
What stages of his life are we looking at? Because
middle-aged
also has a huge impact. Like, because there's definitely there's actors we've seen recently that can pull off other musicians, actors, and biopics and things. But I'm like, I would never buy them as Ozzy. You can get the accent as close as you possibly can, but I'm still not going to buy the physical presence of the man being in front of you. You know, I'm like, I don't even have a fucking guess. Well, I don't know, but there's like, and then like, all right, so age wise, I don't know. I could see if it's a little older, like a Tom Hardy. That guy has gone some lengths to portray real life people in the past, and Bronson, that was a great movie.
True,
and
that
he fucking committed to that one. So
fuck yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot.
Now, would you want to see, like, we're talking different stages? Would you want to see Cradle Grave? Would you want to see a specific area, or do you want to just see a specific time period?
I'm kind of open to anything. It's more like we've heard all these urban legends surrounding the man, so I kind of a through line where we're getting a more intimate look at what his personal life was like, and not just because you can still see him on the stage, and you know, you can see videos and things of him performing, but it's the stuff behind the scenes, you know, the classic musician biopic kind of format, but it's going to be wholly unique for this man, you know, like there's no one else. Now, like
speaking of that, they just dropped a new full-length trailer for Michael. Any interest in that movie?
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. No, I'm intrigued. They played that trailer on the news the other morning.
Nice.
I especially that impact. I mean, he was the fucking biggest musician on the planet at one point, and his music still has an impact today. But I can't help but, you know, I'm curious. I would go check it out.
And that's another movie where you got to get the right actor to do it. And I feel like they got his nephew. How else?
I mean, you can't get much. The voice was already sounding great. Like it's the little bit that was in the trailer. You know, it's like, okay, this is.
And then Coleman Domingo as Joe Jackson, man. Have you his prosthetics? It's crazy looking.
They went the distance, and it's like because you can't half-ass. You could never half-ass this movie because how long have they been talking about making this too?
For years. And that's
so
the crazy
finally,
thing about that one. They shot a whole third act that dealt with the allegations and everything, but apparently they aren't allowed to actually put that in the movie, so they had to reshoot the end of the movie. And there's word that might be a sequel if this movie performs well. Which how does this movie not hit like $1 billion? Like everyone.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
But so anyway, sorry, I digress. Who would you see as a director doing this? Like like I said, he says there's a director attached, but they didn't say who. And anybody in particular you like to see cover an Aussie biopic?
I don't know, because it's like I want anything too fucking. Don't get too crazy stylish with it. If as lame as that sounds, I kind of just want a very raw approach to it. I'm not. Yeah, I don't have a name jumping in my head right away because it's like there's would be a lot of interesting interpretations of telling the story, but that's again where are we gravitating towards?
I didn't have anybody when I was asking, but I'd kind of like to see like Tim Burton do a take on it, like get that weird distinguished look, but treat it with delicate gloves.
And he will be able to portray the darkness of it. Like it's
like. Treat it like he treated Ed Wood, but for fucking metal.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be that'd be cool.
Man,
that's interesting. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we can move on here, I suppose. Marty Supreme scene stealer Odessa Azan dropped out of the film adaptation of Holly Brickley's novel Deep Cuts. After reading the script, she realized the character she was cast as was half Mexican, half Jewish. And as luck would have it, she's not Mexican. And there's some backblow. And here's what she had to say about it. I went in for Percy, the main character, but was offered Zoe instead and instantly said yes. I'm so pissed, y'all. I hadn't read the book and should have paid more attention to all aspects of Zoe before accepting. And now that I know what I know, fuck that. I'm out. I'd never take a role from someone else that's meant to do it. That should do it. That's not me. There's a plenitude of people more than capable of playing this role, and I'm not one of them. I can't wait to see who they end up casting. Do you believe this, or do you think this is just trying to save face? I feel like it's the right move.
I mean, come on. There's got to be so many times where actors are getting offered roles where they come from some other source material that they're not familiar with, and just like, well, fuck yeah. I mean, they're seeing pages, they're seeing sides.
Yeah,
they want to go for what that is. Not everyone is going to do this deep dive in the background. In fact, aren't there some actors that avoid doing that because they're trying to portray their own words? Yeah, it's like but what we're making is here. I'm not trying to be a copy of that person over there. The writer, the director, their vision is in these pages right in front of me. So I don't know, like that's good on her. If she just felt it wasn't for her and is trying to open it up for someone else, then I don't think there's any harm there.
She could have taken the paycheck and said deal with it, but good call. All right, this next one
could have just not acknowledged anything and just moved on, but didn't do that either. So fair enough.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off there. This next one I'm rather intrigued by. Kumail Nanjiani and his wife Emily V. Gordon are adapting the popular Image comic Sex Criminal over at Amazon. Sex Criminals is centered around Suze, a normal girl with an extraordinary ability. When she has sex, she stops time. One night, she meets John, who has the same gift. And as they do what any other sex-having, time-stopping couple would do, they rob banks. I feel like this is right up these two's alley. Like, who doesn't want this?
Okay, that sounds like fun. All right.
Right?
Wild. It's like, it's one of those stories where it's like, oh, this could only work in a comic book, but fuck, no, they're making a movie. All right, that sounds, where are we writing the line here? Is this going to be closer to a comedy? That it's like a sexy crime comedy, or is it a sexy crime movie with a little bit of comedy? Like it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a fine line to walk.
I mean, it's about it's how their powers work. So we know there's gonna be a lot of undertones here. Yeah, it's like intriguing.
And Amazon isn't afraid to push the buttons. They got the boys doing some of the craziest, raunchiest shit out there.
Fucking A. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely not. They're not afraid of pushing the envelope. That's for sure. It's definitely not something I could see like Netflix scrambling to get a hold of right away, because I think
this
they would
isn't
try
going to be on
soften it
Fox
up.
or NBC.
No, sorry Disney.
Yeah.
I don't think this is your movie. HBO is the only other one I feel like would try to take a crack at something like that, but or A24.
And how do you feel about Kamal and his wife doing it? I feel like they're probably comic fans, so I feel like.
And they're gonna have the chemistry that already exists. You know, they're gonna know how to play off each other. They're gonna know how to.
That's true.
Draw the right things out from scene to scene. So I like seeing that too.
Do you think Kamal might star in it, or do you think he'd just want to sit back? I mean, this is a weird question to ask, but could you see him starring as this time-stopping robber who has sex?
Why not? I don't think he got all shredded for nothing, and he's been maintaining it. So, damn.
Did you ever watch that Chip and Dale's show he did?
No.
About the
that's on is it on Paramount
Hulu,
or something? Oh, is it?
I'm not too sure. I think Hulu. I could be wrong.
Shit.
FX,
I remember hearing about it,
know.
but no, I didn't. I just didn't get to it.
I was intrigued, but same here. Yeah. So
because it's like it's about the
show
founding of Chippendales or something.
I think so, and some crazy like shit that happened and went into it, getting the money and stuff. I think.
Yeah. I should just turn my camera off. This is terrible.
You can do it if you want. It's up to you.
It's
all right.
I don't know. Anyways, sorry.
All right. This next one, not as intrigued because I'm not a teenager, but let's see what you think about this. Story Kitchen, the production company behind the upcoming split fiction movie, is in early development on a stale brain rot movie alongside the creators of the hit video game Roblox. Stale Brain Rot is a Roblox game that has players attempt to buy, collect, and sell brain rots, which are absurd meme-inspired characters or items to build an ever-growing collection before rebirthing to chase bigger multitudes of rarer drops. I just said a lot of words that I don't understand.
I was already over it so long ago.
Yep.
I don't know. I also wondered what the fuck a Minecraft movie would be, but that kicked ass at the box office, so it's hard for me to knock this. There's definitely an audience for it because that fucking game is still going.
I don't understand. It's like a game where you just make up your own games and then people join and play.
It's like a role play environment, from what I understand. And then there's different servers that have these different rules set up that are the other games. So it's like, I don't know, you know.
I know young kids in my family, like cousins and kids, cousins, they all love this game. So it's like, cool, market, sell that shit.
I think and they're gonna have to appease to a lot of these, you know, all these other, you know, ancillary fans where it's like, oh, I play Roblox, but I always do this, you know, whatever the other game modes are.
I played Brain Rot before it was cool.
Right. Oh yeah, exactly.
Fucking hipsters.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It doesn't surprise me, but it doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
No, just reading the description, so you're stealing memes. I don't know. But good on them to figure out how to make a movie. Someone smarter than us.
We're not Legos. We're not Minecraft, but we're kind of both.
We're in between.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's move on because clearly we don't know what the fuck this game is. Universal is adapting the hit Broadway play John Proctor is the Villain. My apologies. The play is set in rural Georgia at a school where 5 young women grapple with the Me Too revolution as they study Arthur Miller's The Crucible.
Oh.
I don't really know this play, but I've heard of it before, and I feel like why not try to adapt that?
I haven't read it since high school. The Crucible, but
yeah, The Crucible, yeah.
Interesting. All right. I mean, I always find it intriguing when you get these popular like stage plays that then get the big screen treatment. There's definitely been some, you know, across the board, good and bad ones in the past. So
true.
It sounds like a very that sounds like a relatable setup and story. And if it was that popular, then there's an audience already. Yeah. Oh yes.
The Broadway fans are probably going to come out and check it out, and people who are intrigued by it. I guess Sadie Sink from Stranger Things stars in it, so I'm wondering if she'll come and be in the movie as well. I know she's going to executive produce, and I think Tina Fey might be executive producing as well.
Oh, cool! All right,
so there's some good. Me a bit.
Yeah, it's like there's a really solid mind behind this getting finished too. So that's great.
Yeah,
good. Yeah, that's the person. That's somebody you want in your corner making fucking anything.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with with a movie if you got her in your court.
Yep.
All right.
yeah.
Well, this next one kind of intrigues me a lot more than this one, I'll be honest. After the success of Good Burger 2, Keenan and Kel are following in the footsteps of Abbott and Costello by making a horror comedy titled Keenan and Kel Meet Frankenstein. In this movie, the All That duo will play two delivery drivers who routinely drop off items, and one night they end up at a terrifying, eerie, creepy, out-of-place castle and accidentally awaken Frankenstein's monster, turning an ordinary night into a fight for survival.
Fun.
I don't know. I'm on
It's
board,
weird,
man.
but it's like I'd watch the shit out of that.
Right?
It could be really bad, but it would be great if it's not. But
Yeah.
it's like, you know what? It would just be fun to see them together again, especially with the
And
slightly
not
different
do
context.
characters we've seen before.
Yes, exactly. It's like you guys have the chemistry. Let's just
and it's like,
play on
why
that.
did it take this long for them to get back together and to do stuff? Like
Our age group, we finally hit
true.
the point. We are the ones consuming this stuff. So it's only because we are finally the ones buying the tickets, taking those who have kids, taking their kids to the movies and shit. Now this is why we are in the crosshairs for all this nostalgia bait stuff.
But I mean, how
I'm
great
here
is
for
it?
this one.
Like we're getting a modern day like meets Frankenstein. Like everyone's always like, oh, who should meet? Whoever would expect Keenan and Kel out of nowhere? Like perfect. Those guys are genius for coming up with this shit.
I think it's a smart play, and we'll just have to see how it plays out.
Speaking of Keenan, did you see he was recently at, I want to say, a Mighty Ducks game? I guess like a big anniversary. Game.
Yeah,
and him and his son held up a script for Mighty Ducks 4.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wow. Well,
I mean, last year Emilio said he wrote one to make up for what happened with Game Changers, and apparently the studio was mixed on it. But do you think maybe Keenan's throwing his star power into it? And do you think that
if you could bring a bunch of the cast back, that is honestly, I mean, that's what would get again our age group to show up and see that. I mean, because they still follow Sean Weiss.
Yeah.
And I saw it because I think he was in that photo of all of them together with their character jerseys on and shit. And it's like, oh, that's awesome. And I love that so many of them still embrace all of it and appreciate the fans still appreciate them. But that's interesting. No, if you could get a few more of them
and I guess
in there too, that'd
roughly
be fun.
what I guess the script is like. Of course, Bombay left the Ducks, I guess, and they brought Timothy Oliphant in for the show or whoever. But I guess this is going to be like one of the other Ducks and Keenan are trying to get Bombay to come and coach a female hockey team. And I feel like that could be a fun twist, kind of what they're doing with the next season of Ted Lasso. It's like, why not give the girls a chance to enjoy hockey? And
sure. Hell yeah.
New sports heroes.
I mean, there's a whole league. So that's all just not unexplored terrain, but another story to tell. And it's already in the same vein. We already kind of know what we're getting into, right? It's just going to be a little more. It's funny. I actually just rewatched Mighty Ducks the other night. I had it on the background. I was like,
nice.
fuck, I'm just going to, it's like, I was just killing time before, as I was dozing out for bed. I ended up staying up and watching the whole thing. It's like, I still.
It's funny how that happens. You're like on the edge of passing out, and there's like, oh shit, I'm intrigued by this now.
Right. The cast is great. The kids all did an awesome job in that movie. It's back in that golden era of Disney live action 90s family films. Yeah, it's still great.
Astounding how something like that can like still have legs and stand up being 25, 30 years old. And you know what's going to happen, but it's like, fuck, this still works.
Right.
So why not do it? Sure, the show might not have worked, but a movie? Hell yeah, that could work.
That's the format the story is supposed to be told in. It's how we got 3 doses of it previously.
Exactly.
So changing it up too much is kind of really what helped hurt it. That and all the ridiculous disagreements that caused the cast to leave. But
true.
We're past that now, right? So
we're in a new day.
That's right.
All right. This next one slightly intrigues me. However, there's not enough to fully talk about. Sony Pictures has landed the pitch Guinevere, a new take on King Arthur's story told through the eyes of his wife and queen, Guinevere. I feel like that's a cool premise, but
yeah,
I don't know. What do you think?
There's a lot of King Arthur, like the King Arthur stories have been told, ad nauseum, right? At least this is a different perspective. That is an interesting way to do it. Then we just need to make another one from the perspective of the dog in the painting you found here. No, it's like, okay, yeah, I'll check that out. It's like Priscilla was interesting, and that
was a great twist. I don't care about Elvis, but I wanted to see that because
seeing that
it's
unfold
someone
from
who
her
you know
eyes.
of. But yeah, you're getting that in-depth look and seeing how maybe this guy you idolized wasn't as good as he put out to be.
And there was a lot of messy business going on there, and I appreciate the alternative angle to things. I mean, just what two episodes ago, the Ugly Stepsister.
Oh yeah,
a story we're very familiar with, but now we're reimagining it from a very specific perspective, and that was very entertaining to me. So.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
So hopefully
I like these.
that comes out within the next few years, and we'll be talking about that, reviewing it on the show, hopefully.
For sure.
All right. All right, another one that is intriguing here. In celebration of production beginning on John Rambo, director Gilmari Heldander posted the following on X. When I was 11, I saw First Blood for the first time, and it changed my life. Rambo wasn't just a film to me. It stayed with me, growing up, and was a defining influence on why I started to become a filmmaker. As we begin production on the origin of John Rambo, we're going back to the beginning. This is Rambo stripped down, raw and real. A survival story about endurance, persistence, and loss of innocence. It's an honor to shape this next chapter with deep respect for the character and the legacy, and bring audiences to the start of John Rambo's journey. And this is, of course, the guy who made the action-packed film franchise Sisu. So how do you feel about that? Do you have faith in this now, or?
I'm excited. I mean, it's I think this is the right direction to take the story so that we don't keep trying to regurgitate present day Sylvester Stallone on screen for a Rambo movie. Let the man sit down, get him some juice, go have a rest, Grandpa. It's okay. I mean, I loved the first 3 Rambo movies. There's a reason why
you reviewed
they
them
did.
Not too long ago, a couple of seasons ago. You reviewed them.
And the first one still is fucking great. That's now like in the rotation of I got to watch it at least like once a year because it's just I get it. I get what he's trying to say there. It is such an intense, brutal, but beautiful telling of this story that like it's visually. I think it's visually stunning. It captures that 80s grit that defined that era of action films, and while still being like truly a good film, not just about the explosions and whatever the fuck. It is like this is excellent filmmaking that occurred with Rambo. Now, this is clearly what we're aiming for, though. Not like the last Rambo movie we got, where it's like let's just put him in another situation.
Was the last one the one when he went to Mexico and was just so like what?
At the end, he went to it was most of it was on his ranch. In fact, did he even leave?
Kind of boring.
Did he go to Mexico?
Now, I liked that movie that came out back in 2008 when he went back. That was badass. But then it's
have any guns? You're not going to change anything.
Like a Rambo movie. But what I really like about what this director said is the fact that this is going to be stripped down, raw and real, and about the loss of innocence and about endurance and persistence. Like that's what you want because he wasn't always this badass, hardened bad boy.
Yeah, he had the skill set by the time we see him in Rambo, or in First Blood. But how to see him gain those skills, or at least to see them put to use for the first time, will be an interesting story because that's what shaped him into who we end up following along for the rest of the rest of the series. So that's that. I think that's an intriguing setup. I would definitely be checking this one out when it finally is released for all of us to enjoy.
Well, hopefully you're going to check out this next one. I say that knowing you will not, but I will. It's been 3 years since fans have been sitting on pins and needles with that cliffhanger ending of Fast X, not knowing when we'd see Dom and the family again. But now we finally have a concrete release date. for the supposed final film in the Fast and Furious franchise. And that date is March 17th, 2028, aka St. Patty's Day.
Hey.
And not only that, but it'll be called Fast Forever. I like.
Oh, because putting forever in the name always totally means it's the last one, right? No,
right?
Jesus Christ. So all right. I'm envisioning you're sitting in the theater with your Shamrock Shake, and you're hoping this thing is at least are they going to go to another dimension?
Well, this is the thing. So they left this off on a crazy cliffhanger that should have been made years ago. So it's like clearly time has passed. If you want, it's like how you doing that, but. They keep saying we're taking it back to the streets of Los Angeles, and it's like you've surpassed that. How do you go back to grounded shit in Los Angeles? You can't.
Time travel.
I don't know.
Fucking time travel. I don't know. How else are you gonna How else do you keep topping this shit? You can't go to space again. That's lame. The bottom of the ocean. Have we done like the ocean floor? For some
we have.
reason?
We did. The
goddamn it!
Tundra in Fast. I want to say 8.
With that cool
6.
like tank thing, right?
Yeah.
I remember. I've seen clips. Yeah. Okay. Well then, aliens.
There's not much this franchise hasn't done.
Time travel, aliens, dinosaurs. Street racing dinosaurs.
Dude, that'd be fantastic. Crossover with Jurassic World. You gotta.
There you
Still
go.
Universal and Universal action.
Now we're basically making Cruising USA.
Dude, it's bound to happen eventually.
Cruising World, I guess.
It's just so wild to think that like we got the perfect date, St. Patrick's Day, because who doesn't love the Irish?
Family.
The Irish don't love anything more than family.
Guinness.
Whoa. I'll never drink that filth. But I will in this one, I guess. So, I don't know.
Funny.
I'm not going to lie. I joke, but I am super excited for this.
Of course. Oh, no. Yeah.
like
and you know, a lot of other people will be too. And
oh, hell yeah.
No, I mean, it's not
this is the finale? Fuck.
Oh, hell no. Come on. Until each and every one of them like physically can't move anymore for one reason or another. And even then, fuck, they're just gonna put new blood into it, and they're gonna
till Vin Diesel dies, man. How does he not? How did?
But by then they've added to the cast so much. Those other people that were in the last few, they're just gonna take over the series.
But that's the thing. Every movie, we get a new villain. That villain becomes a part of the family in the next movie. People are having kids, so they're just setting us up for generations, fast generations. And I guess we did talk a few episodes ago about the fact that there's word that they're going to be doing a prequel series of Dom Toretto as a kid. So it's like they're not done with this world in the slightest.
No, not even close.
So
Universal's just going to fucking squeeze every goddamn
And we got to get another Hobbs and Shaw. How do we not get another Hobbs and Shaw?
Is there another dynamic duo in the series that could get their own spin-off too?
I know you haven't watched this, but yeah, Ludacris and Tyrese.
Oh well,
man,
there you go. Fuck yeah, all right.
Han and his lady. Yeah, there's so many different categories we could do here.
Okay.
I'm
surprised they haven't done another. They're not going to have like another series going all together of just again a lot of these other characters and stuff. But
and I think there might be an animated children's show on Netflix about Fast and Furious, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, because that makes sense. That's hilarious. That does sound familiar. As you say that does sound familiar. Actually, I mean they did the same thing with Jurassic Park, which should be like terrifying, but that's a kids show. Yeah,
people liked it.
Yeah.
Okay, Fast and Furious Spy Racers. Adventures abound as a group of teenagers infiltrate an elite racing league controlled by nefarious organization that is bent on world domination. Because that's what Fast and Furious is all about, folks. Kids infiltrating dangerous organizations.
That's right. Let's see. This is the 90s Disney era we're coming back to, putting kids in peril.
Yes. That's the only way to do it, Dennis.
That's right.
Kids shouldn't survive everything without a little bit of intrigue and mystery.
Yeah, exactly. They're the ones bringing down the fucking international drug cartels and.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Spy rings?
All right.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But even more crazy is this next story. It saddens me a bit. Sydney Sweeney and Noah Centinneo's live-action Gundam movie has found a pretty interesting distributor. And that distributor is a little company called Netflix. So, for those of you who thought it would be badass to see some of your favorite mechs duking it out on the big screen, you're unfortunately not going to see that anytime soon.
Which I feel like that's
thing.
completely missing the fucking mark. But the point, I want to see it huge, man. Come on.
We had this same conversation about Voltron going straight to Amazon. Why are they making movies we want on the big screen and dumping them on the little screen? We can watch the anime or the cartoon at home if we want to watch it on the little screen.
The actual source material that is still like excellent. No, I think this is such a miss. I think it also speaks to just how much faith they actually have in these projects.
True.
And you're kind of just like, well, yeah.
But they're coming on to produce this and distribute it. So it's like, why are you taking it if you don't want it? Just because the name in a project that should make money?
Exactly. It's like if they'll have to at least come to us to finally watch this thing. And it's like, well, yeah, I guess, but.
Now, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong because I guess if the Warner Brothers merger does go through, I guess maybe they release it through Warner Brothers. But I don't know.
That's not like a
Netflix...
retroactive kind of thing. I don't know. That sounds like the thing's already in place. That's a huge leap to then go, all right, now we're sending this fucker to theaters. I'd be surprised unless Netflix finally decides like we're gonna start running things in the theater circuit
for more than a week.
Yes.
As we talked last week, they did say supposedly they're keeping the 45-day window at Warner's, but that doesn't mean for their films.
Yeah, I would like. Yeah, I think it would be cool if they did start running stuff on the big screen like that, especially their tentpole movies that do end up being really good. I mean, Extraction would kick ass. Yeah, that would kick ass on the big screen. Do a double feature.
Right? There's so many different things that would work perfectly, but I guess time will tell, and hopefully they'll course correct.
I think the studios have zero expectations as well. So,
Unfortunately, it's the blind showing the blind at this point.
Right.
All right. Speaking of big tentpole movies here, Christina Hodson, who is best known for writing the screenplays for Birds of Prey and the fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn and The Flash, is rumored to be writing Batman the Brave and the Bold, or whatever the first Batman movie will be called in James Gunn's DCU. And sadly, this news has not sat well with Batman fans because Hudson's previous DC movies have been critically panned. But I feel like that's kind of not cool because it's not her fault. She wrote good movies that might not have been executed to the fullest degree.
Right, yeah, that's passing through a lot of hands, and there's a lot of people that have to put their input in. But I don't know. It is like a kind of, it's a fan favorite story. So
you got to do it justice. And at least this person has been in the world of DC. I'm not gonna lie, I love that Harley Quinn movie. I rather enjoyed most of The Flash. I didn't agree with everything that happened in it, but I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's like, I think they're like, oh no, we're not gonna just start spamming out movies like Marvel is over there. We're not gonna do it. Never mind, we're totally gonna do that. And it's like, no.
Now I agree with the TB in chat here, saying I think if Gunn has faith, that says a lot. And honestly, you're not wrong because Gunn would just write the movie himself if he didn't have faith in someone else stepping in. And this is someone he fully does trust. So why not put that person in charge of this? And this goes back to a story we recently just talked about a few minutes ago. She's also supposed to be the writer on Fast Forever. So if that turns out to be a good movie, maybe this will make people more excited.
Right. Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah, we'll see. But staying in the realm of superhero movies here, Puck News claims that Ryan Reynolds is currently developing another Deadpool movie. They loosely imply he's doing this to take a little bit of the heat off his wife and her current legal battles. How do you feel about A, him doing another Deadpool right now, and B, do you believe that this is gonna be just to kind of smooth things over and win back a bit of the audience? Yeah.
I think that's a lot of speculation to assume that's why, because
I agree.
That's a fucking mountain of a machine to get moving to get a Deadpool movie made. But then again, who else can get it made but him?
True.
You know, so it's also, as successful as the last one was, it didn't surprise me he'd be willing to then come back and do it again.
Yeah.
It's just the last one was so good too. I'm kind of like, oh, can we just enjoy what?
Yeah, I'm mixed on that. Like, I love Deadpool. Deadpool 2, did not care for Deadpool and Wolverine. I liked, but it was too much fan service. I want this to go back to just the rawness and him, and not just what will make fans happy. It's like they'll be happy with a good movie.
Right. So I think maybe that's and you aren't the only one that felt that way. And maybe that's where some of this extra speculation is coming of like, oh, he's pushing this movie out to try to make their house look cool again. I could see that. I could understand that reaction based on the critical reaction of the first 3 Deadpool films. So
now, where would you want to see Deadpool go? Because this essentially would probably take place after Secret Wars. So would you want maybe he remembers everything if they do actually rewrite the whole universe? Like, he's the one character that sticks around and he
that could remember. Yeah, absolutely. Because you got to keep that breaking the fourth wall alive. Make everyone else wonder what the fuck who he's talking to, shit like that. But that would make sense because I feel like that's something that's happened before in the comic. I've never got super deep into those books, but I feel like that was a kind of a recurring theme of an almost godlike omnipresence of knowledge. Like it's when he starts crossing dimensions, it's like, well, he knows where he came from, and that awareness of what he, where he is.
Yeah.
So,
and if Jackman is still playing Wolverine in the future of the MCU, do you think this has to then be, all right, Jackman's back, we're getting Deadpool and Wolverine 2, or do you think this would be more standalone? Do you think maybe we'll get Brolin back as Cable because he was disappointed he didn't come back for the last one? I don't know.
I like Brolin as Cable.
Yeah, he was good.
I don't know. It's like you can't just. I feel like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can't just do that again. So you gotta really give us something fun to bite into. And it was the way.
Oh, yeah. No. I asked you.
No, just the way they took the last one. It just got so big. It's like, is he gonna shoot a car into space now next? And then
I mean that would be appropriate for him.
That would actually make sense. That does actually sound like something they would do.
If anybody could do it, it would be him. But I don't know. He has said if Deadpool comes back, he wants him to be a part of an ensemble and not the main focus. Do you think? But he doesn't want him to be like an Avenger or an X-Men. So do you think he'll do X-Force, actually do it justice? Or do you think there'll be some other ensemble he could fit in?
I'm sure there's a team. X-Force, I hope if they do a true X-Force movie, it's really gnarly. Shouldn't be a jokey. It should just be a straight R-rated,
like
bloody
he should be the
action
joke
movie
in this badass, intense movie.
Oh, and yeah. Whatever this Deadpool project is, but
well, no,
X-Force,
I mean if they did the X-Force, if it
X-Force.
was a bad, like he'd be the only jokey, funny part about it. Everything else would be like an action movie of.
I suppose so. I just remember the ones I read. It never carried that tone. Never had like the dozen or so of those comics. I don't ever recall there being a comedic tone ever. So because that's kind of what I recall as the focus is you're stepping away from the rest of the group because we're going to do the shit that we can't be seen doing. We're going to do the deadliest step. We're going to do the shit that the world won't even hear about. Kind of that kind of vibe. And then all of the characters that usually get brought through there are some really hardcore mutants that are either they've had some gnarly backgrounds or they're always like inches away from death, whether that's characters being able to literally communicate with the dead or turning into crazy, terrifying beasts or all sorts of wild shit. And then just Logan being the center of it. He's kind of being the team leader.
Dang.
X-23. Like you get to bring all these really cool characters together. Very interesting ones, but in a very brutal context.
I think you might be right, TV. Deadpool being 100% serious and gritty won't feel right, and audiences probably won't accept it. But I think if he stays kind of his self and everyone else is serious, it might play a little better than just changing his tone. I don't think we're going to change his tone voice. But we don't even know. Maybe it won't be that type of movie, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
But is there anyone in the whole oeuvre of Marvel that you would love to see Wade Wilson and Deadpool teamed up with? Like that we haven't seen on film, or if we have seen on film?
I mean, I want to
recast?
see him piss off Frank Castle. That would be hilarious.
Ooh, those two could go at it.
It's the classic, the straight serious guy that's all about
Deadpool
business.
Spider-Man
versus that's a good pairing. I would, that would be hilarious. That's just cracking jokes left and right there.
Who do you think would win in an argument? Like, I feel like Peter could go at it with them. Like,
intelligence doesn't matter. Deadpool, he's always going. Wade Wilson will just keep. Yeah, he's going to maintain his like.
Oh, dude. Punisher popping up in Spider-Man is definitely going to be badass. I can't wait to see that. And rumor is they're going to be hunting down Hulk, who's on a rampage. That could be pretty dope.
Damn, that's a gnarly.
Yeah,
it's a tall order, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, but no, So, Punisher, Wolverine. I mean, Punisher, Spider-Man. Anyone else? Maybe we haven't seen yet brought to life on the big or small screen.
Oh, I mean, there's tons of them, but. God, I don't know. See, this is where I think sometimes the speculation can get too dangerous because then we're starting to build up something that's not even there to begin with. But I am intrigued by where it lands, though. I'm still here for what that journey would be.
Speaking of the small screen, have you dug into Wonder Man yet?
Not yet. No, I haven't. It's been Fallout in the Pit and.
Ooh, I hear Fallout's now complete for the season. How that goes?
I saw that. I haven't caught it. I haven't finished watching it yet. I'm still an episode behind. But those are the ones we're working through.
Fair enough. Now that it's over, we want to dive in.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms. That too.
I've heard good things with the 3 episodes in, and people are loving it.
Yes, I like our focus on one guy. It was so easy to just kind of go off on all these threads in the other series, but this has been so much fun just to watch his journey, and the performances are great. The right level of comedy and drama. I'm very into it now. And
this is what, half-hour episodes, and I think they're only doing like 6 or 8 episodes, right? So it's gonna be.
I think this one's short, yeah.
Because it's based on a short novella, right? Not a full.
I believe so. Because Martin is still involved in. The way this story was written, so
which I hear he's not happy with what's going on with
House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon, right?
House of the Dragon, yeah. I mean, yeah, but fucking, he's sitting on his pile of money. He's
making it one way or the other. He should focus on the writing of his novel, but well, who knows? We may get it.
I've been enjoying this. I've been enjoying watching it, so.
Fair enough.
When it comes back around, I'm gonna watch the new one, the new season. But
I haven't seen. I saw like the pilot. I still got to get back into it, but I haven't. But if anything, I think I'll start with Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, because it's that I believe sits between the two. Like it's like 100 years between each or something. It's like untouched by either story, more or less. You'll recognize names, obviously, house names, but
dude, I don't recognize shit. I can watch a full season and get names thrown at me left and right. I'm like, wait, who's that one person? That maybe I'll know the actor's name. It's like all above me. If they haven't been on screen in like an hour, I'm like, I forget. I'm a dumb.
Well, I mean, you'll hear like the Targaryens and Baratheons and like the main people we heard about at the very beginning of Game of Thrones through even House of the Dragon as well. So it's yeah.
But hey, maybe that's something. Maybe when I get back from my vacation, maybe I'll do a watch along of that. 8 episodes, half hour. That's easy to breeze through, I think.
Oh yeah, I think, and you'll have fun watching it too, because I like it's not taking itself way too seriously.
That's what I hear, and that's what I like, because I feel like Game of Thrones is so prestige and takes itself super serious.
Even the bits of comedy that are in there are still a part of like the intrigue, like it's
yeah.
I think you're gonna. This will probably be the one you like more than the other 2 series, if I had to bet. If I had to put a bet on it.
And don't get me wrong, I loved Game of Thrones, and I liked what I saw of House of Dragon. It's just there's so much TV content right now. Trying to stay on top of that and see every movie that comes out. It's so fucking hard.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Who has an addiction to movies? All right, this next one, staying in the realm of Marvel. Sorry, we've killed a lot of time on this Deadpool talk. John Roca of the Hot Mic podcast says he has a insider working closely with Marvel, and apparently Marvel is considering splitting up Avengers: Secret Wars into 2 movies because it's such a long script. And I don't know. I feel like that makes sense. They did similar thing with Infinity
before.
and
It's
War.
like that doesn't surprise me at all, and that's probably the better way to do it. So at least the parts that the fans of the original story can feel like they're giving attention to the thing that they liked about that story arc. So it's just sensible. At least 2 movies. I would, like you just said.
And I guess when you look at it with Doomsday, that's kind of like the prequel, so it could essentially play as its own little trilogy, possibly.
Right? Yeah. And that makes sense to me. It's worked for him in the past.
I get there's so many characters and so much story, but do we need like 6 hours of it? I mean, yes, it'd be awesome, but some things are cut for reasons. Like, why not? You're hurting for content on Disney Plus. Why not do a cinematic movie as a series on Disney Plus? You'll have the viewers, but I guess you're not getting the box office. I don't know.
And you're also, because you want the box office prestige, and you also want to maintain that like the line between the two, because it's especially. We've both heard people talk about lumping all of the Marvel series together. Just like, I don't watch the show,
Yeah.
And it's like, that because that's a show. It's not going to be as good as a movie. It's like, well, in some cases it's true, in other cases it's not. So I don't know. It just seems sensible to me to break it up into bigger movies. I like seeing the big spectacle movies too. I don't want to have to watch it at home on the small screen.
It's an event. Everyone's excited.
Yes,
You're not getting assholes pulling out their phones talking. People are glued to the screen. And even if they saw it 4 times, they're going back because it's that fucking good.
Yeah. How we used to see movies.
Yeah. That's how movies should be. But I don't know. And like you said, people don't take the series as well. They think, oh, that's lesser. But case in point, everyone thought Wonder Man was going to be a flop because it sat on the shelf for like 2 years, and Disney decided to drop it all at once. But people are saying this is one of the best Marvel shows we've gotten. So it's just nobody knows. You just need the right writers, the right directors, and the right cast, and you got something special.
Absolutely.
And word is that Kevin Feige is going back to his old school way of doing things and just focusing on these 2, we'll call it 2 for now because it's unconfirmed if there's going to be double feature of the next Secret Wars, but he's just been focusing solely on the Avengers movies and letting other people handle the other stuff. And I feel like not stretching himself so thin is probably a good thing in the case for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just running my mouth. I don't know why I said so much. Sorry.
Well, up
All
next.
You can do this for me. You got it. We're doing press for Send Help, a movie we're going to be talking about in a few minutes. Sam Raimi was asked if he's ever going to make that elusive Spider-Man 4 film that he never got to do, and he had the following to say about it. Right now, Marvel is very successful on their own tangent with their own Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Where he is involved with the Avengers and other superheroes. So I don't think it makes sense right now to break up that great successful run they're having just to allow me to make Spider-Man. But I'd love to. The day might come and I'd love to do it. So it's like, I guess we're not getting stuff, but that sounds kind of hopeful, I think. He's worked with Marvel and Doctor Strange. Do you think it's ever a possibility?
I liked that movie. Is it a possibility? Sure, it's possible. But I'm with I agree with his statement. Now's not the time to then shake up all of the momentum that they've had going with an incredible actor and the rest of the cast that has been surrounding him. The stories they've been telling have been entertaining. The way he's been involved with the other stories, great. Why rock the boat? When again, it's still Sam fucking Raimi. He can make all sorts of killer Marvel movies, other superheroes.
Yeah.
And have fun with that. I don't know. Sam Raimi's always going to be Sam Raimi, so
I'm
always going to have a soft spot for that trilogy.
Agreed. And I feel like we got a little bit of closure having that iteration of Spidey pop up in No Way Home, and there's no way in hell we're not getting him in Secret Wars. You're not going to have Battle World or Battle Planet and not have all the Spider-Men. Maybe you
I
won't,
think, but some, but duplicates of characters and having fun with seeing all these other iterations and a topic that's been well covered in multiple different characters, movies or series. I think Loki has been one of the best Marvel series so far, and I loved that seeing behind the curtain into that part of the world and where what Deadpool did with that stuff too, and there's always going to be a pocket where it could exist. We don't need it right now, though. I think that's a little much.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So, I mean, time will tell. Maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't, but why force it when we have a run of great Spider-Man films happening right now?
Exactly.
But you know what we do need right now, Dennis? I think we need a little thing called polls.
Polls.
Sorry for that pause. Polls. I love how I was going to say pause and then you said polls. I'm like, I got to jump in with polls too. I always love getting to that segment because after all the talking, I can take a quick break because of the music. And then I took too long a break. Sorry about that. On episode, this has nothing to do with episode 233. Normally, these polls always have things to do with the previous episode, but I switched it up this week. Now that 2025 is over, which 2026 blockbuster are the Toasties most excited to see out of the following? Project Hail Mary, The Odyssey, Dune 3, and Avengers Doomsday. How do you feel? Any of these stand out as cream of the crop for you, Dennis?
Well, it's not new Mandalorian Grogu for sure.
See, that's one I feel like it could be a dark horse. Everyone's prepared for it to be a giant flop. Maybe it's going to be a return to form for him, but I doubt it.
The Odyssey would honestly be mine. I'm excited about this. It's an epic story, and so many other stories have emulated even aspects. And people sometimes don't even realize they're referencing things from the Odyssey. It's such an impactful story. That's of those choices, that is the one I am truly most excited about.
I think if you asked me a couple months ago, I'd say Doomsday, and I think it still is. But I agree with you. I was mixed. I'm like, yeah, Nolan, this cast, cool. But when I saw the prologue in IMAX, I was like, holy fuck, I'm 100% on board. This movie looks so brutal and insane. I can't fucking wait.
Awesome. It's going to be sick.
Oh, dude. No way this movie doesn't outdo itself. I feel like this movie is going to be starting in the summer. I feel like it'd easily play until October. And people are still going to... And, of course, it's going to be in so many awards consideration.
Oh, yeah. This is a juggernaut. This is an epic that I think the time has been taken to make it look as good as they possibly can. This is, I'm not even not afraid of this being bad. Like I'm not worried about that at all.
A lot of things would have to go wrong for this to be bad, and I don't think that's happening here.
No, agreed.
All right, so let's see what the Toasties had to say about this one. 16.7% for Project Hail Mary.
Just don't really care.
I don't know enough about this, but people love this book. I think I might listen to the audiobook because people say this book is phenomenal. So I don't know. And
fair enough.
Phil Lord and Chris Miller, they know what they're doing, even if apparently Lucasfilm didn't think they knew what they were doing with Solo Star Wars story. I think they've made up for it with Lego movies and all that other stuff. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah.
16.7% for the Odyssey, Dennis. I'm shocked by this. I
thought that would have been higher up, but yeah.
I thought this would be the top of the top.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Out of Dune 3 and Doomsday, do you think one's going to outweigh the other, or do you think they're going to come in 50-50?
At this point, funny enough, it's like there's probably they'll be close at least. I would have a feeling they'd be close because there is a diehard group of Dune fans. But come on, Doomsday. That's like that's going to be fucking huge. So I think Doomsday's up on top.
All right, let's find out here. 33.3% for Dune Part 3 and 33% for Avengers Doomsday.
There we go. Well, fair enough.
Yeah. Anybody watching or listening, please, in the comments, wherever you're listening or watching, let us know which one you're most excited for and why. I don't know why I
Yes,
said it
please
like that.
do.
Sound like a weird.
Why?
Oh man, I can't wait to see. I don't know why this past couple of months I've really fallen in love with box office results and listening to people talk about them. It's so fascinating to me. I can't wait to find out what the box office for these two movies going head to head will be. It's got to be close.
Big fucking numbers, though. They're going to be big numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Like, whew, I can't wait.
Just wait till you see that popcorn bucket.
Yeah, that's going to be popcorn buckets. Like,
But you're right, yeah. Collect them all.
How do you outdo the sandworm?
Oh.
And then what do you do with the? I guess it's probably gonna have to be like Doom's mask or something. I guess. But
that's a good one. Or this gauntlet. You know, like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's all sorts of bullshit, and they get so ridiculous. And you put like, it's getting to the point to where they don't even give a shit that there's even popcorn in the thing anymore. It's like, no, buy this plastic thing.
Yeah.
A tiny compartment you can put 5 kernels of popcorn in.
And people will
by the way,
pay
it's $75.
$. Yes. It's insane. But good on them, man. They found something to collect. And that popcorn buckets are slightly saving movie theaters. Who would ever think? You know what I miss? I miss when theaters used to do those awesome novelty cups. I feel like some theaters still do it, but not to the extent of what they used to.
Oh, yeah. Because at least you could use the cup. I'm not going to use a fucking crazy ass whatever.
If I have popcorn at home, I'm eating it out of the fucking bag. Maybe I'll pour it in a bowl, but I don't need this exuberant.
Oh, because no, it's meant to sit on a shelf next to your pop vinyls and around your movie posters and shit. You know, like which 100%.
If you have the space for it and the money, do it. There's a lot that I would love to have. I don't have the space. I definitely don't have the money. I guess I'm slightly jealous of people that can, but is the practicality there? Not for me, but for you guys, why not? Anyways, talking about anticipated movies here, Dennis. Our next poll is a hot button topic, I think.
Ooh.
On episode 232, we talked about Sebastian Stan being cast as Harvey Dent in The Batman Part 2. And rumors have it that Dent's father will be in the film too. And we talked about a possible slew of people cast, fellow actors we'd like to see in this film as this role. So I want to know, out of Tommy Lee Jones, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Nicolas Cage, who the Toasties think should play Harvey Dent's father. Well, there we go. Spoiled one of those.
God damn it.
But learn to hit buttons, dipshit.
Well, that would have been my choice. Honestly, I would say Mark Hamill would be the top of that list. And then probably Nicolas Cage. Okay, Harrison Ford's kind of like, he's like, I'm doing Shrinking and then I'm done. Yeah. And Tommy Lee Jones, I don't know. Where's he been?
His daughter recently died, but I don't know, acting wise.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. New Year's party too hard, it seems like.
Oh goddamn, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's rough. So he's having a hard time. So throw him a bone, put him in a big movie, let him reprise his role as the Dent. I don't know, but I'm with you. I think Mark Hamill for sure.
Mark Hamill would be fucking awesome. That would he'd crush that.
Like you said, Harrison Ford, man, on Shrinking, he's killing it right now in Shrinking. I'm almost done with watching the whole season, and he's doing some great stuff this season. I mean, he's always doing great stuff, and it's just giving me a more affinity for Ford.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's find out what the Toasties had to say about this. Of course, 0% for everyone's favorite Luke Skywalker, Mr. Mark Hamill. Just rewatched for the first time for Sarah, but I rewatched The Long Walk. Man, he's good in that movie as
God, I still gotta get to that one. Yeah.
Oh man, it's on Stars now. If anybody has Stars, that's where it is. I always gotta justify owning Stars. I always buy it when it's on sale for a year, and I'm like, all right, I've gotten 3 movies in this year. Justifies my $25.
That's true. If you break it down that way, that does.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Most of the times, I'm always thinking, what's on Netflix? What's on Hulu? What's on Max? What's on? Stars is always like the lower tier. Stars and Peacock. Even though Peacock, it doesn't matter. Sorry. All right. 0% for Harrison Ford. Nobody wants any Star Wars in this fucking franchise, Dennis.
Fair enough. Yeah, Harrison Ford. I think that's kind of forcing it a little bit. You know, like I don't quite see. I'm not that he couldn't do it, but that's not who I want to see doing it. Yeah.
All right, 50% for Agent K, Mr. Tommy Lee Jones. I like that. I can see it. And that leaves 50% for your secondary choice, Mr. Nicolas Cage. Hell yeah.
Easily. He would easily do that. Yeah. It's especially with having him having a relationship with a character Sebastian Stan's playing. I don't know. I feel like I could just see that.
And he's young enough opposed to the other three guys, and he's as intense as an actor could be that you want as like this like kind of older alcoholic abusive father who you kind of sympathize with, I think.
Right. Yeah. Well, hopefully hopefully casting goes a direction that
Watch is going to be someone we never expected. Fucking the George Lopez. I don't know why George Lopez.
That would be interesting. He's got a killer beard. I could see it.
Dude, the beard is awesome on the Lopez, dude. I love it. It's like, where's that been? I would have watched the shit out of that on Lopez or George, whatever his show. One of his various shows. Remember when he had a talk show on TBS, Lopez Tonight?
Yeah. Didn't you go to a taping?
No, I wanted to. At one point, John LaJoie was on it. Only thing I've ever done. Oh boy. Oh no, I think Fred and my almost roommate.
That's what I'm thinking of.
I
remember hearing a story. That's why.
Yeah. Good times. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for us in the old polls section. Dennis, are you ready to talk about a little thing called reviews?
Oh, fucking you know it, baby.
It's camera action, it's review time. Dennis and Adam, we gon' blow your mind. We're stepping up to the plate, ready to swing. Analyzing movies like a scientist would play.
All right. We are going to tag team a movie, but I will let you do the intros for this one, Dennis, because this was brought to the table by you this week.
All right. Cool. Yes. We're going to start off with a little documentary that was recently released to Netflix called Secret Mall Apartment.
Artists set up an apartment inside Providence Place Mall, going undetected for years.
We all hated the mall when it went up.
The developer comes in and says, I'm going to knock down your home.
I just had this idea. We should live in the mall.
Is it a prank? Is it a work of art? Is it a social experiment?
Such a magic thing to take a space from the mall.
All right. So, Secret Mall Apartment, Dennis. Want to set it up?
So, there is in Providence, Rhode Island, there was a group, an art collective that lived in a neighborhood that's not the best. You know, it was a little rough
that's
and
the
tumble.
whole city of Providence, Dennis. But yeah.
It's this particular place apparently used to be an old mill or auto parts factory or something that they kind of took over the space. And they were using it for a lot of their art, and not necessarily homeless, but they were kind of taking advantage of the space, kind of not being like I mean, these companies just up and left. They left a lot of their shit behind. Then lane developers came in, wanted to level everything, telling them, "Oh, you need to fuck off." And after that, trying to gentrify the area, building up this huge mall. They saw it as the symbol of like, it's like a middle finger to them. It's like, it's like we're living in this neighborhood that we couldn't possibly even afford to shop in there, much less now you're going to make it so we couldn't even live around here. It's truly servicing apparently the next neighborhood over, right? That isn't facing this giant fucking monstrosity. And they saw this opportunity. As it was being built, they kept a close eye. Like a couple of them were keeping close eye. The main guy, Michael, I believe, is our kind of the center of this cluster here. Where they're going to take a little piece back. Now, mind you, it's truly impressive. They never stole anything. All they were doing was trespassing. In fact, they went out of their way to purchase furniture and truly kit out this space they found. This kind of awkward to get to corner of this mall that served no real purpose anymore. And
it never
made it their own.
Which is the wild thing.
Yeah, like it was a gap during the construction that all it ever did was have like tools and building materials were kept there, and then just kind of got forgotten about as they were finished building out this mall. And Sorry. Yeah.
It's crazy because like they started as it was an art installation, just put a few things, and then they slowly started moving in and living and filling the space and making it homey. They put a fucking door with a lock on it, and they had the foresight.
I love that
because they're artists to document all of it and how they did. And it's like, what the fuck, visionary, man.
They purchased all these materials. It's like the trailer suggested. It's very much this like. Fuck you for gentrifying your neighborhood. So we're going to take a piece back and it's going to be us putting up here. Now, mind you, none of these people are homeless. They all actually have their own homes and apartments and shit. This is kind of just like their bonus space where they would then meet up to talk about their other art projects that were being led,
which a ton of
beautiful like a lot like tape art. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Dude,
and
that's a whole
the pieces
thing,
were really cool. These are very interesting people, and it was really cool to get a peek inside. You know, these very much this very specific sect of culture in America and around the world, truly, that they are looking at a world through a very different lens and holding that mirror back up to society of like what we're doing to ourselves. And I really appreciated how they were doing what they were doing. I mean, it went on for 4 years. This place was undiscovered.
It plays as like a gripping, like fucking action, not mystery, but thriller, because you're like, how are they going to get caught? When are they going to get caught? Are they going to get caught? What's going to happen? And you're just waiting for something to happen. But they kind of just pull the taffy and they give you looks into their life, show you them going off doing other art exhibitions, doing like community service and just being good people. And
exactly.
And then they're in this documentary recreating the space in like another warehouse, and they're kind of walking you through the space. It's kind of like a meta documentary in the documentary.
Yeah, and it's I love these. There's that scene with Michael's talking about. Oh no, any of these 3 things could happen, and we actually see all 3 of them play out. And then it's like, no, but what actually happened was this. And I love it. It was a very fun presentation, a fun way of showing that to the audience without it being preachy, without it being too like poetic, we'll say. And I thought it was just a very well executed, artfully done, some might say. And it was so intriguing. When I first heard about the movie, I was just like, oh my God, that's an incredible subject. How the fuck are you going to get all this footage? Turns out they had captured most of it themselves. And I think that's truly what sent this over the edge for me. And this is what made me really enjoy this, is it felt so authentic and real. And it went by kind of fast. As I was starting to get into it, just like, damn, oh shit, we're already off to the next thing.
You want more? Then, I feel like once it gets interesting, like they stop filming stuff. It's like all that stuff before they get caught. It's like, I want to know what's going on. I want more footage. Show me more.
Oh God, yeah. I can't believe they were able to film so much of them bringing the building materials for the wall. And I'm like, that is impressive in its own.
And then how they kind of get all of it up in this tight fucking cramped space, up an area, eluding the security guards.
Yeah.
Finding the glitches in the security
sometimes getting caught and just getting able to like talking their way out of it, like doing these little white lies, and sometimes just blatantly lying to them, but in such a convincing way that they're just like, oh yeah, go ahead. It's so funny. And it's like there had to be so many other times that happened that weren't captured on film, you know, over the span of 4 years. It had to be. And then like the little hiccups of like it getting early on, it getting found, but then they didn't really follow through. And guess those security guards either got new jobs or they just stopped giving a fuck. And like
someone stealing a PS3 or this or that. And
that was
or accidentally slipping and letting someone in like a fucking a candle store know about it, or like just the random things that would slip.
But then as soon when he said the right things, though, the guy they were talking to when they're doing the shadow box, who's helping them do the shadow box, it's like he's so much of their mind, you know, like this is just a job to him. It's like, I'm actually an art major. It's like his life is dedicated to art. So he just thought it was the coolest thing. And I'm like, oh, you know, he gets it. He so understood what they were doing. I think that's why they felt safe to mention it to him. I'm sure when they told the rest of the group, they told someone about it. They probably didn't like it, but it was just fascinating.
I agree. My only thing is the way they talk about the guy in charge of it and everything, it kind of comes off a little culty. I know they're not a cult, but it felt kind of cult-like, and I know they were doing good for humanity, but it just, something was a little unsettling with me, the way they talked about the collective.
I think that's kind of just tends to happen. I feel like the handful of times I've come across people who are of a similar mindset and who associate with like other like-minded people in that sort of realm. And this kind of just seems to be what happens, because not everyone gets what you're trying to do, and there's definitely an acceptance, because I mean he was an instructor, he was a professor, and a lot of them were his students. Mm-hmm. So at first I thought that's kind of a weird dynamic. You're doing all this outside school, but then it's like, no, it's because you have such a deep understanding of what it is you're trying to accomplish and a respect for each other's artwork as well. I'm like, okay, I guess it's really not that strange. It is, they just formed their own little community. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, definitely. It's that tone, the almost reverence toward him, even though one of them was his ex-wife.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just
that was kind of fascinating.
But there's a respect too. Yeah.
It was still beautiful, and like I said, a respect they had for one another, and nobody was like angry or malice. At least they didn't let on to be on camera.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And it's interesting. This was produced by Jesse Eisenberg, kind of coming in. And it's like, that's an interesting choice.
And it got a lot of attention at Sundance when it came out in 2024, I want to say. But it's crazy. It's taken this long to kind of like really get kicked around to the distributors. I'm like, I'm surprised. This seems like something that would just kind of take off right away. But I'm glad it finally, is making the rounds on Netflix. So
like, it was playing in a very limited like theatrical run, and like I was so mad because like Providence Place Mall is like not far from me, and like I go there sometimes for IMAX showings and stuff. And this movie was playing there, and they were doing Q&As, but fucking sold out every showing. Like one night I wanted to go see it and then see Princess Mononoke at their IMAX, but instead what I did, I had to go to a theater like 10 minutes away, watch the movie about that mall movie theater that this pretty much took place in, and then go to that theater for something else. I'm like, man, it's just so
kind
interesting.
Of a tease.
Now, and as I'm pulling in the parking lot, I'm like, just picturing these people coming from Home Depot runs, and I'm like, how inept can this place be? Oh man, it's fascinating.
It makes you wonder if how many other times it's probably happened. It just wasn't documented by the people doing it. Like, there's got to be other places.
Where's it happening? Who's
Panga Mall's probably got some crazy corner or something weird. Yeah.
So I know I kept cutting you off. I'm just excited to talk about this because
it was so interesting. It's such an interesting story, and I'm glad this was something we both got to watch for this week.
Yeah. So what do you slicing this one at?
You know what? I thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm gonna give it 3 slices of toast.
I think I'm not gonna talk over that because I thought we did. I remember everything else we're doing, but not that. So I'm not gonna talk over you on that slice skill next time. But I'm gonna piggyback and give 3 slices as well. I didn't do it then. I want it to. Sweet. All right, so
that's badass. Yeah.
Up next, I was gonna review the latest Chris Pratt movie, but once I heard about this one, I got a little intrigued and I had to go see it. I'm talking about Iron Lung.
I see that question in your eyes. For what purpose do we remain alone in the dark?
Beginning the descent. Cruising depth in roughly 2 minutes. Stand by.
I ask myself that very same question.
I'm seeing some voltage irregularities on the instrument, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that.
Why would there be flames? You do test this thing, right?
This is the test. Closing porthole shielding.
Where's the reason for this quiet rapture? Too few to rebuild. Too many to feed.
You're the first one down. All we have are surface scans, that's why you're there. Well, one of the reasons.
This was the shortest trailer I could get, I apologize.
Disagree. This is important. Food, air,
want to live. Is that so wrong? Why doesn't anybody else want that?
All right. Do you know anything about this one yet, Dennis?
All I know is that this was it's Markiplier's movie that he self-fund, or he's behind the story and everything. Like,
yeah,
I understand.
So this is based off an indie game that this YouTuber Markiplier, who has like 38 million followers, he fell in love with this game and saw some potential in it. And he reached out to the creator, a very small creator, and kind of got the rights, worked with them, came up with all the money himself. I think it was like 3 million, I think he put in. And he did like everything in this movie. He wrote it, he produced it, he stars in it, he edited it, he did everything for it. And he kind of four-walled the market here. He essentially had his followers reach out to theaters to put a call to action for them to play this little indie movie. And it's funny, like, I didn't know anything about the game or anything. Like, every week when there's new movies coming out, I see what's coming out, what do I want to see out of the 4 movies. And I saw this and I'm like, I'm slightly intrigued by this trailer, but not for me. And then I heard him on a podcast and I saw that the movie came in 2nd place at the box office and heard the story. And I'm like, all right, I got to see what it's about. And dude, this movie's crazy. So the story's a little convoluted and weird, but essentially it takes place in the future. There was this kind of rapture type thing. Not a lot of people are still alive. There's no sunlight. The earth is shrouded in darkness. And there's this like convict who is pulled out of prison and offered to be released if he went on this like exploration mission to the bottom of the ocean, but not just the ocean, this ocean filled with blood and just like mystery. And of course, like, yeah, fuck it, I want to get out of prison. And so he's put in this this little submarine that goes underground and slowly starts losing his mind. And all he has to do is just take pictures of things and roll around and take pictures. And, like, he doesn't really know why he's there. And he's hesitant because these people are just talking to him on an intercom the whole time. Like, inmate, what do you see? What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, fuck, man, treat this guy with a little respect. He's doing this mission for you. And, like, then he takes a picture and realizes, oh, shit, I think that's a skeleton. Fuck. And then, oh, shit, there's something here. And he realizes there's something down there with him. And he's freaking the fuck out. And he's like, let me up. I got to come back. You can send me back to prison. Fucking. And, like, they're like, and then someone's, like, seeing the pictures, like, oh, there's a skeleton. Let's pull him up. And, like, they're pulling him up. And, like, he's like, all right, I'm getting out of here. And they're like, oh, actually, you say there's something down there. We're going to put this, like, thing on the front of your fucking rover, and now you got to go down there and hunt whatever is down there that left that skeleton. And this guy is petrified. And like, then we find out it's kind of like a suicide mission, and there's some corrupt things happening, and he is just psychologically losing his shit. And this whole movie is essentially taking place in this like vessel, and there's this ominous score that is just so fucking beautiful. Somehow they make perfect use out of this like submarine. It's tiny and cramped, but there's so many interesting angles. And sometimes we can see outside, there's just blood. This movie is chock full of blood. I think this is one of them. This movie takes the cake, and it literally is on record being the movie with the most blood in it. And it's gory and intense. And like, we're just hearing voices primarily over the intercom talking to him. And the performances of the voice actors are good, but this guy is like down there just selling the fuck out of it. And the fact that he's a YouTuber and did all this, it just adds more to it. Like, it's 2 hours and 7 minutes, a bit long, but it goes by decently, but it puts you in that weird headspace and makes you feel like you're the character, because it's like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm a little nervous. I'm claustrophobic. So they're doing a lot with this. And the editing is nice. And I think there's some people from the video game that kind of have voices in here. And your Troy Baker's in here. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, nice. Classic. Yeah.
overall, man, this movie went from something I had zero interest in and something I'm like, I got to see for the gimmick. And then I'm like, holy fuck, I want to see more of this Markiplier guy do more movies. And it's just so epic. Like,
awesome. That's cool.
He stretched a dollar in the best way. And seeing it in the theater, I saw this at 1:00 on a fucking Tuesday, and it was a nearly crowded audience, and everyone was eating it up.
Damn.
And like, if this is still playing after this weekend, because normally indie films only play for like a week, but since it came in second place at the box office, I'm willing to bet it will stick around for a bit.
It's got some legs.
I highly suggest anybody out there who wants to see this like dark sci-fi horror film that truly is original, I highly suggest going out and checking out Iron Lung. I had a blast watching it. Yeah. Nice. I'm going to give this 3 slices of toast. I'm sorry
that's good. Good marks,
I talked
man.
a lot about that, but like, there's so much going on that visually.
Oh, that's cool. I'm intrigued. Yeah, for sure, dude. Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, definitely. I do apologize. I'm going to talk for a little bit longer. I'm sorry. I checked out the latest Amazon Prime original action movie, The Wrecking Crew.
This doesn't happen here every day. I can't have 2 guys who look like they eat steroid pancakes for breakfast, turning my island into Beirut!
Detective, that is uncalled for. Are you gaslighting us?
You want to tell me why the Yakuza want you dead?
You have to ask them.
Yakuza? That's what that was?
You blew up my car.
I blew up their car and then it landed on yours.
They just blew up your car. You just stir up trouble. That's what you do.
That's what I do because I'm a cop.
Not here, you're not.
Our father was murdered.
Was it hit and run?
I don't think so.
Whoa.
They tried to kill me.
Sword fight. Well, this should be fun.
Yeah, I'm pumped. We gotta find out who killed him.
I guarantee you'll end up poking a bear that doesn't want to be poked.
Take my word for it when I tell you that I'm the bear.
Ninjas on bikes.
That's talking more shooting.
You got fat. You got old.
So, you two been chasing murderers in a minivan?
Yeah, he blew up my other car.
Yeah,
that's not what happened.
Surprised me at all.
Literally what happened.
No, it's not.
Okay, split up. You guys look like The Rock screwed himself and had twins.
All right, so I'm sorry. Trailers are so fucking long. That was the shortest one I could find. If you go back and watch my trailer reaction to this, I was excited because seeing Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista come together as brothers could be fun, and the trailer had some cool action scenes and some funny things they're saying. But I even said, well, Amazon Prime tends to get great cast and fun premises, but then they don't execute it well, or the writing is cheesy, or it's over the top with bad CG, or just one thing or another, and they normally suck. And I'm like, I'm willing to bet the action in this trailer and the comedy, those are probably the best action and comedy moments, and it could fizzle, but I'm going to give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy to say I was dead wrong, and this movie actually worked perfectly.
Awesome.
All right, so
there you go.
Momoa and Bautista as these 2 estranged half-brothers who resent one another, and Momoa is this kind of fast-talking, alcoholic, snarky guy who now is a sheriff on a reservation in the middle of America, and his brother Dave Bautista is back in their land of Hawaii, and he's kind of like a military guy and by the book and has a family. And one thing leads to another. Their father dies, and the Yakuza come after Jason Momoa because the dad mailed something to him before his death. And now Jason Momoa thinks maybe the dad was murdered. So he goes back to Hawaii, where he has not been in like 20, 25 years. And he has to reconnect with his brother, who hates him, and they hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
But they got to work together because clearly something's off and their dad was murdered. Even though nobody really liked the dad. He was kind of a shitty guy, but he's still their dad. And it's about these two brothers reconnecting, and by God, the action is over the top and insane. Fantastic set pieces throughout this entire 2 hour and 2 minute movie. And the comedy is great. These two together are like peanut butter and chocolate. Fantastic. Now, I will say there's other fantastic cast members in here. You got Stephen Root, Tamara Morrison, Morena Baccarin, and Jacob Battalion, all killing it. But my little issue here is that everyone in this movie is kind of snarky and has funny, cool things to say. And it's like, I don't want that out of every character. I want that out of our main characters. That's my only flaw.
Almost the same voice for everybody.
Yeah. But, I mean, everyone does have distinguishable backstories and character growth in this movie, and I did dig that. There's some things that happen that's like, oh, I saw that coming. But there's some things that happen that I'm like, oh, I didn't see that coming. And, like, this is a hard R movie, but it's totally fun. This reminds me of, like, a buddy cop comedy from, like, the late 90s, and I honestly hope they do more of these movies because the characters are great, the setting's fun, it's beautiful. Like I said, it takes place in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And everyone seemed to have like an affinity for one another, and it just played like gangbusters to me. I am going to give the Wrecking Crew 3.5 slices of toast.
Shit, nice.
If you have free time, I would love it if you checked it out, and even not on the show, if you just told me if I'm crazy or not, because I could be crazy.
Oh, for sure. No, it's like I think I have it in my queue already, so I'll have to give it a shot. Yeah.
And I will say this is refreshing compared to The Rip. Like you're getting these two great actors coming together. This to me is what I want. I'm not gonna say I wanted out of The Rip, but I feel like it had more going than The Rip had.
I get what you mean. Yeah. No, I get what you're trying to say, though. Yeah, it's not like they're the same genre or anything, but you expected a grander. Yeah.
And this was directed by the guy who did Blue Beetle, another DC movie that was like kind of panned, but I love that movie. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta go rewatch that after watching it. And I want more from this director, man.
Cool. Badass. Well, that's great to hear.
But speaking of badass, we both have the #1 movie at the previous week's box office, a little movie called Send Help.
As an executive, I see no value in you.
What?
We have the merger coming up. Bring her. And then she's out.
Have you tried making a distress signal?
You would have died out there.
Let's not forget, I'm your boss. You work for me. Are you gonna hunt a boar? Linda from accounting?
Strategy and planning.
We're not in the office anymore. Don't ever mistake my kindness for weakness. You are stuck with an awful boss, just like I was. Although I'm betting I am a much nicer boss than you ever would have been, except for maybe this part.
Send Help. Rated R. Get tickets now.
Whew, I can't wait to talk about this with you, man. But I'll let you take the lead.
So, as you surmised from the trailer, this is telling the story of Linda Little, who doesn't work in accounting, who's been passed over. She's been overlooked for a position that she felt was hers. After the previous leader of the company passes away, his son swoops in, takes the his son swoops in to take control, and he gives the job to one of his friends. one of his golf buddies, and it's clear there's this boys club that she is now stuck behind this glass wall of, even though she's carrying so much weight on her back and she's given so much to this company. Not even the president of the United States himself can put enough good words in. Dennis Haysbert. So Rachel McAdams does such a wonderfully cringy but kind character. Her delivery, right out the gate, is so good. And Dylan O'Brien is so good at playing this disgusting piece. Like, you just want to despise him already. But I like you get these little peeks into each of their mindsets, their points of view, as we build up to the eventual plane crash that puts them on this island. And now they have to survive. It seems to be just a straight survival story. There's some great comedic elements. I mean, the comedy is so well timed and sprinkled. I think a very solid, like a good layer is spread throughout the whole movie, while still giving you thrills and chills. Some crazy over the top gore that I laughed my ass off when that played out. It was so, but all of that wonderfully perfect Sam Raimi touch that it's his camera movements, those funky POVs, the
gross out gore.
Oh God, yes, and it's just so perfectly
the boar
Raimi
scene
movie,
or the castration scene,
or sometimes it's the little touches too that, like, the perspective of the boar running through the shrubs, or when he first puts his hand, like when he wakes up on the beach and he holds his hand up to block the sun out of his face. It's that very stylistic, like those stylistic touches. The use of color is it's so impactful. And even though if you can try and guess, and even though you think you see something coming, I like how it kind of flips around. It's like, oh shit, okay, I wasn't quite expecting it to play out that way. I do have a question for you though, Adam. Did you spot Bruce Campbell?
Yeah, I spotted my old pal Bruce. Brucey. The dad, the whole reason this movie's taking place, essentially.
That's right, exactly. Okay, good.
Dude, I was hoping there'd be a flashback, but I'll take a fine oil painting.
Yes, a portrait of Mr. Campbell himself. That was great. When I saw that, I was just like slapping.
Dude, my eyes were just I was like, oh, Dennis Haysbert, Bruce, it's been a while.
Smell this. Oh my God, that was so great.
Dude, like you said, so perfect, these characters. Like, it's so crazy how they like made her look so homely and gross, and it's like, come on, this is Rachel McAdams. Come on.
Right. And I love it's like
owned it.
This indeterminate amount of days goes by, and now she's all hot survivor lady on the beach, and I love the skill set that she had. She like very early established this is 100% her wheelhouse. Like the mountains she's solo climbed and shit, and all this crazy shit she does for fun for herself.
That fucking audition tape for Survivor. Yes. Oh, that was great.
Oh, that was, and it was like, it so perfectly captured the character too, because it's like there's a sweet honesty to it, but she's like, she totally believes this proves her point that she's made for Survivor. Like, it's
and it's like good. Honestly, my Legion kind of flip-flopped every now and again. It's like, well, this person is a shithead, but I like Dylan O'Brien is becoming maybe one of my favorite actors. Like last year alone, saw him in this movie Twinless, which I recently rewatched, playing two different twins, fantastic. And then seeing him in this movie Anniversary, chilling. And then seeing him in this guy is such a versatile actor. I feel like he needs more. Like, and just playing the helpless guy and showing a little bit of vulnerability, but still assholing it. Like, the give and take of these two. Oh, they're great together.
And their chemistry on screen, that journey they go through is so fucking good. And she does such a good job of selling this. And the only thing I did have a couple things towards the end that bugged me, but it's so minuscule, and I was having so much fun on the journey. Even I was like, you know what, I can look past that, because that trip was wild, and I loved every step. I loved every step until we got to those little, and it's like I don't even want to say it in my review because it's taking way too much. But I'm sure you know what I'm
if this
talking
was
about.
A few weeks from now and we could spoil it, I would love to dive into that stuff because I know exactly what you're saying.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you had the same problem I did. Or, similar feelings.
like
No,
you said,
no,
the
no, no, no.
trip itself.
Like that was the like, and this is me trying to find the worst part about it, and it's just a little, it's very minuscule.
I will say, for
Yeah.
me, my biggest thing is this movie is being sold as a horror movie. To me, I'd call it more of a survival thriller. I mean, there's some scary moments, but I don't think of it as a horror as much.
I feel like it's a thriller comedy. You know, like it's so it uses horror elements to its advantage, especially given who this director is. It's like it makes perfect sense.
He's at the top of his game. He might have stepped away
damn.
for a bit with Oz and the superhero movies, but I want more.
This is the shit. Yes, this is what.
Sorry,
this is
Spider-Man.
why we keep coming back to Sam Raimi. You know, like it's this stuff right here.
Now, did you see it in like IMAX? I hear it was playing IMAX 3D. I only saw it in a regular
format. This did not feel like something that needed to be 3D. And after watching it, I'm like, I still don't think it needs to be in 3D.
Yeah,
that's
maybe
quite
a
the
couple
grab.
of scenes, but
even then, it's like there wasn't so much. I'm sure the plane crash would have been thrilling to have.
Yeah,
you know, all the
that was
debris
a
and
great
crap.
scene.
Yes, and it was like. And again, I was not expecting to laugh in even the most traumatic moments of this movie, and I still got chuckles out of me. And I'm like, God, see, that's that perfect balance that Raimi can bring to the screen.
That's when Linda gets to kind of become the badass. Like when she's trying to help, and then she's like, "Fuck you," and it's like, yes, we're on Linda's side with this. Right. I don't know why. I feel like she was given like a Sally Field style performance. Like something was wholesome and fun. And
that's so good.
Know.
Yes, yep. As soon as you said that, I'm like, oh my God, now I can't unsee it. I can't unthink that. Where the starting point, the
wardrobe of fucking wow, I just had her name and then I lost it because I run my mouth. Diane Keaton style wardrobe.
Oh, sure. Yes.
I don't know why.
Yes. Yeah.
It
was so good. Rachel McAdams fucking crushed this movie, and that was I hope she gets to take advantage. Like I hope this gives her other avenues to now return to, like the other things she's done in the past that she hasn't in a while, and then just more things at this like over the top scale. So fucking I had a great time,
dude. I can't say enough good things about this. I went in expecting it's gonna be okay, probably sloppy, but I was like,
right. But just like, oh shit! All right,
and an hour and 54 minutes kind of flew by, and there was a lot happening.
And I think the three of us ended up saw it with a friend of ours. Three of us ended up talking about it for like an hour afterwards. Anyways, like there's still so much, they're trying to show you a little bit here, only to go over there, and then sometimes the things they were kind of teasing, it did end up going that direction, but. You maybe didn't realize just the scale it went to. It's like, oh fuck, that was all right. All right, that's great. Yeah, no, I had a great time with this. So we've arrived. How many slices are you given Send Help?
I think I'm gonna give it 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah. How about you?
I'm going 3.5.
Oh. 3.5. That's legit. Yeah. I like that. I could see that. We had some good movies to talk about today.
Fuck yeah, we had great movies this week. It's like even if everything was just a 3 on its own, that honestly, folks, check them out. If, in case you joined the party late or you'd forgotten what we're talking about, please go and check out Secret Mall, Apartment, Iron Lung, The Wrecking Crew, Send Help. Lots of fun to be had, and it's nice when we all have movies we're really excited to talk about and talk about together. I love when we get the we get to double dip on them reviews because it's
dude. When you said Send Help,
so much
I'm like,
fun.
Oh fuck yes! I was kind of deep down. I'm like, I hope you watched The Wrecking Crew, but then you outdid it with Send Help. I'm like, all right, man, I'm jazzed. And I'm happy that like you weren't like this movie sucked. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
Now I'm sad.
No, for sure. Yeah, I think there's just something to be said. It is like we just had that much fun watching. I miss having fun watching a movie like that. It's not a part of some franchise. It's not associated with anything else. It exists on its own. It's not begging for a sequel. I could see someone trying to do it, but it does not leave it alone.
Yep.
Leave it alone.
Perfect one and done.
Yes. So
But
well, folks, I hope you enjoyed what we had to say, but we'd love to hear what you have to say. I think there's a couple places, Adam, they can go and do that, isn't there?
I think there is, Dennis. Maybe Facebook, X, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, Kick, YouTube, all at the handle @movie_toast. Please let us know if you've seen these movies. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Which one do you like the most? We want to know. The news, did any of this seem interesting to you? We want to hear from you. We want to talk with you. Be a part of the community with us, folks.
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah, it's the only way we can know the show can get any better, or let us know how we're doing. Why don't you pop on over to Apple Podcasts, leave us a review over there. If you can't leave the comments, because if you're listening to the show, we want to know as much as we can do to make this show as buttery, golden, delicious as your perfect slice of toast could possibly be. Yeah. And we want to keep having fun doing this show for you guys.
Fuck yeah. That's why we do it, and to hang out and to see movies, but mainly to help inform you on the world of entertainment.
That's right.
But you don't want to do any of that. We have one thing we always ask y'all to do, and that is to please
stay toasty.
Adam and Dennis, they're the kings of the real. Reviewing new movies, they keep it real. Coast to coast, from LA to the east. On the podcast show, they feast on the beast. Adam's bringing knowledge like he's Professor X. Dennis with cuts deeper than Wolverine's claws. I guess Marvel, DC, they know them all by heart. Breaking down the plot, tearing every scene apart. They got the juice like Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Breaking down movies with a sharp precision. Adam coming in hot like a John Wick hit. Dennis bringing the heat like the climax of a Tarzan flick.
All right.
Yeah.
Whew. What a show, Dennis. I'm sorry I talk so much. I think I'm just trying to make up for the fact that I won't be here for 2, 3, 4.
I think it was. I think I could feel it. I could feel it. But that's okay. We got an extra dose this week.
I'm excited, man. I'm always a fan of like watching the show. Well, listening. This is going to be the first time you've done a show without me on video, dude. I can't wait to see you
breaking new ground. So, folks, I am going to do my best to keep the format, but this fucking powerhouse over here does so much for the show, so it will appear different. But Movie Toast will continue.
I'm leaving the show forever.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? Fuck this. I love not doing this anymore. He's just like, life is good again.
You have fun doing it without me, man. But no, man, I'm excited, man. Do you any inklings of what you might want to watch? Well,
not quite yet. I'm trying to keep it a little open for now, and so I don't want to overthink it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to knock the different phases out in bite-sized chunks, so I'm not cramming too much all at the end. But no, I'm excited because I think it'll be a round table-ish sort of discussion of all the same flicks. So, but what they are yet will be determined. You'll just have to come and see or listen.
Ooh, what a good tease!
Yeah,
I like that.
Yes, sir.
Man, oh man.
Well, you will be missed though. But you're gonna have a lot of fun, and I can't wait to hear about your vacation.
Yeah, thank you.
You're gonna have so much fun.
Yeah, let's see. Oh man, I want to keep this party rolling, man. I know we talked about talking about Stranger Things, but we are 2 hours in.
This is a full fucking loaf here.
We're gonna put this horse out of its misery. Thank you all.
Thanks for joining us, folks.